Good evening and welcome to Friday Night with the Fellas. Our hostess with the mostest is probably pretty busy. She's doing her midterms. She's got done with her finals and stuff like that. So she probably just is either still under the influence of the finals or
Finals,
she's
ladies and
probably
gentlemen.
sleeping. Yeah, she's relaxing. But anyway, we're gonna hold it down for a little bit here. I don't know how long the show's gonna last. We really don't got a lot of sports to talk about. We do have some, a couple of juicy things that came out today. Of course, the United States lost in the World Cup 4-1. They got their butts beat. It probably would have been better if my man had just been suspended because they really gave Belgium a big bunch of fuel for that game because they were the big proponents of that. He shouldn't be there because he got a red card and they shouldn't have switched it up and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, all that and a bag of chips. So it is what it is. I believe France and Spain are going to meet in the finals for their bracket. And because Spain won today 2-1 and France won the day before. So, like I said, these are both of the teams that were supposed to be in the World Cup in first place. They were supposed to be the candidates for World Cup finalists. So, congratulations to them and everybody else that's in the World Cup. I think Argentina won too, so they'll be in.
Those are three of the best remaining teams, though, right? I mean, Argentina, France, and Spain.
Yeah.
I mean, for those of us out here that were, not myself included, they were out here hoping that USA would get further. I mean, obviously, you want your home team to go further, but I mean, we saw what they were against Belgium in the first game, and then of course, they are who we thought they were once they showed in the second game. And I think that, yeah, I mean, like this is probably where the rubber meets the road when you see the top three teams, still in the mix, and you're going to see some great ball being played. And let's not. Oh, I'm not going to kid anybody here. I'm not a huge soccer fan, so I'm not watching a lot of it. But this is what's going on right now. It's in the United States and other places, and this is what we got to talk about. But some of that it's actually interesting. Once you start seeing super talented teams meet head to head, I mean, we're talking. I mean, heck, if we go to basketball, that might be a segue with summer league with the top two players that meeting head to head. They actually showed up. We're talking, and for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking AJ DeBansa versus Darren Peterson with the Washington Wizards versus the Utah Jazz. So yes, so you want to see great competition. You want to see great teams match up. It just makes for great entertainment, and I think that's what's going to happen in the World Cup. But yes, we got other things to talk about as well. What else you got, B?
Well, that was about what I got in the World Cup. And you just mentioned about the summer league too. And keep in mind, people, it is the summer league. Okay, it's kind of like the preseason for football. Okay, and a lot of people are going to come out there and make some noise and being rookies and stuff like that. But it's still like it's a dress rehearsal. They're not playing with the big boys. They're playing with people on their level, competition wise. So you could take anything. I mean, it's good to see these guys get out there and get their hoops on. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. And there's some talented rookies out there, but at the same time, take everything with a grain of salt when you watch these games too, because like I said, they're playing to their level of their competition in these summer leagues. There's nothing, there's no LeBron James out there. There's no Steph Curry out there, Jalen Brunson out there. There's none of those type of players out there in the summer league. It's just strictly for the guys that come in and the rookies that are participating that will be playing on teams this year. So take that with a grain of salt. But it's been fun. I do like to watch it sometimes because it is fun to watch. So
even Bronny James got in action, with the Lakers, and so a couple of games he's starting to see. Okay, this is where he belongs. He probably should be a lifer in the summer leagues for the NBA. Because look, he is what he is. But again, as you mentioned, There's just a summer league, rookies versus young players. But
Mm.
the flip side to that, they play pretty rough. They play. There's not a lot of fouling called, but there's a lot of fouling going on. And AJ Devonta is the real deal. When you watch him out there playing, he went a few times head to head against Darren Peterson, and in both these guys were scoring, but AJ was the star of the night. He made sure that I'm the reason that the Wizards took the #1 pick, and if we can make sure that we keep um, Anthony Davis and that he stays healthy, we got him, we got Trey Young, and they got a bright future in Washington. And I think that
Mm-hmm.
Washington is going to be a lot better than people think with that team. And I love the
Yeah.
presence of Anthony Davis, AD. If he can stay healthy as a defensive player, you got. It's like almost having. To me, it looks like a little bit of a reincarnation of. Um, if you remember the Sacramento Kings when Chris Webber played with Bibby, those two were
Sabonis
like,
too, wasn't it?
yeah,
Oh, that's what was that
Sabonis. Oh no, no,
Sabonis? Was that
no,
before or after?
it was Vlade Divac played with
Divac.
them.
Yeah, Divac.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Divac.
Divac.
Yeah, Vlade Divac. A few other players were on that team. That they had a dynamite team. The Lakers, that was their nemesis. That was a team that was trying to prevent the Lakers from getting to the finals. And I'm just saying, point guard to power forward or forward. Those guys, I look at Trey Young and Devontae are going to really be a dynamic duo on that team. So that's really going to put them. They were talking on ESPN about what their position will be in the East, and somebody was bold to say as 6. I don't know if it's going to be 6, but I
Mm-hmm.
know that I would see them. I could see them as a playoff team. I can see them as a borderline playoff team and a play-in team. I think they're going to have a much better shot than last place than where they were this
Oh yeah.
year, this past
Yeah,
season.
they probably could become a play-in team. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do much better than that though this year. They still got a lot of growing to do. They probably got to get their scheme together a lot better too, and their defense has got to get a lot better. So when all those things come together, this won't be the year, but next year will probably be the year they get into playoffs, play legitimately in playoffs, not a play-in, but in the playoffs. So
Right.
good. It's going to be that Eastern Conference is going to be. Couple years from now, it's going to be really competitive. And remember, we used to say that the Eastern Conference sucked for a while. They might start becoming a powerhouse pretty soon because they got a lot of good players on there. So,
And the current champions are out of the Eastern Conference, New York Knicks.
mm-hmm.
And you got to look at right now. This is a great segue that you just mentioned. We're talking about a segue of LeBron James coming in to potentially to the East. If people were thinking that he's probably going to go and team up with Steph Curry and Draymond Green and with the Golden State Warriors, it's almost likely not. I think Rich Paul, his agent, came out and said the 3 teams that currently that are vying for his services that he's wants to play with, being a contender, are the Philadelphia 76ers, the Miami Heat, and of course, back home a reunion with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So with those 3 teams, if he gets with any one of those, it's definitely pushing the pendulum to one of those teams potentially and being a contender. But in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think the best team that he could probably get on with would be the 76ers. And because what they're looking at right now, they got VJ Edgecombe, they got Tyrese Maxey, who's your point guard. You got your shooting guard in Jaylen Brown, and your center in Embiid, and Joel Embiid. All you're missing is a power forward. Oop, ding, 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 ding. LeBron James can step in as power forward for that team, and they will be a legit, impressive starting 5. Now, mind you, when you look at the bench, the cupboard may be empty, ladies and gentlemen. They lost a lot of players. They lost Kelly Oubre. They lost some other people I can't think of right now, but a lot of their bench has gone. And of course, that you lost Paul George, but the player that obviously you swap players pretty much, and you got the more talented player and younger, more um, what is the word for young? I guess the person with the I can't even think of it right now. With the most upside because of his what is it when you're 29, 30? What is it? What is it?
Your peak years,
Your peak
uh,
years. We can say that.
yeah.
There's another word I can't think of, but yes, the peak. So I just think that would be the best team. Now, if he went to Miami, he's going to have a lot more playing time, but I don't think at LeBron's age, he's going to be turning 42 this year. He'll be the oldest man in the league that's still playing. Um, I think they're going to have to manage his minutes. And you probably will want to be on a team where you have more talent around you than a team where you're the most talented at age 42, or second or third most talented at age 32, and you don't have much help there. And so Miami, they would still need to add a few more players, even though they have Wiggins on the team as well. I just think it's going to be tough to sustain a 42-year-old man night in and night out with that team, and when they need to potentially have his services there almost every night because they're going to need to win, and where you can actually sit him out and manage his minutes with more talent on the team with the 76ers. And of course, Cleveland, as much as a warm welcome that would be, and a great way to see, because obviously that LeBron's going to have camera crews around him, right? Because they're supposed to be filming his documentary or whatever it is supposed to be going on. So that tells you right now this is more than likely, for all intents and purposes, his final season. But it would be sentimental if he was in Cleveland for his final season. But I just don't see it working. If he were there, they would probably have to trade James Harden somewhere. I just don't see that working with those two. They are almost exactly the same player, to the T. They're both playmakers. They're both points, and they handle the ball for sure. And so I just don't see it working out in that regard. I think he would be a better fit in Philly, but that's just my opinion. I mean, what do you think?
I think he'd be a better fit in Cleveland, to tell you the truth. I do. Because you got to remember, too, James Harden opted out of his contract. So, we're going to go from that point right there. Then they just gave Mitchell, a big fat contract extension. So they're obviously got the pieces in there for Cleveland to succeed. I mean, Cleveland is a pretty good team. Of course, they didn't show it against the Knicks, but there are probably a couple of teams a couple of players that they need to get that team. I just think it's overkill for Philadelphia. I think they got enough players on Philadelphia right now that they can make a championship run and challenge every team in the Eastern Conference right now. They have very good players. And there's always going to be a layover from the New York Knicks. Everybody wants to give the New York Knicks credit to repeat, but that's not always the case. 90% of the time, 95% of the time, these teams don't repeat. I'm not saying the Knicks can't do it. It's just that I don't have very much confidence that they're going to go back again. I think they're going to be in the playoffs again. Of course, they're going to make a run, but I just don't think they're going to be in the finals again. I think there's going to be too many. There's too many right now. There's a lot of competition in the Eastern Conference. Miami got better. I know everybody wants to say Toronto, but I just don't think the move there. And Lowry is retiring, so that he's going to get a one-day contract and he's out. And then you got and they brought back he guy, but they brought him back. He's 35 years. Well, what was he? 34, 35 years old. Dude's, he ain't the rapper that you used to have. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard.
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta pause on that one because they placed the trade on hold because of the
that's true too.
Investigation. Right. So we're not even sure that's even going to even happen. So we got to wait and see on that situation. I don't know for sure what the news is on that. I didn't pay a great deal of attention to it, but that's very interesting news, and we're going to see what happens with that. I don't know. You try to escape across the border. They seem like they're trying to deport him back to the U.S. because of the situation that's going on. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I really think the 70, to me, the order of the teams that LeBron is going to probably go to, I'm thinking the 76ers would definitely, he would fit nicely. I don't know for sure if Cleveland is just, again, it seemed like another, even though he would have some team to have, some defense on that team with the two bigs with Evan Mobley, and Evan Mobley just got obviously got him another contract. He's got his rookie deal, 269 million, along with Cade Cunningham, both got their rookie deals, and that we're probably could segue into another subject matter with Victor Wembanyama got his contract as well. But yeah, I really think LeBron James probably would be a great fit with Victor Embiid, with Joel Embiid and the rest of that crew. It's just they probably need to do something with their bench. But that being said, Victor Wembanyama has been paid. He said he's not going anywhere. He wants to stay in San Antonio forever. And he has been given a 5-year, $252 million contract, fully guaranteed, of course. And it is the third highest in NBA history, right behind Cade Cunningham and Evan Mobley, which is impressive that Evan Mobley was able to get a contract like that. I guess they see the future and the upside of him as a big in Cleveland. I think that might be a little bit of overkill in his contract, but I'm not, far be it from me to tell another team and see the value of a player and what they think he can be with that team. And by all means, Evan Mobley, if they're willing to pay you that money, you deserve it, sir. Go out there, get your dollars.
Yeah, the next center that's on the block right now is Jalen Duren. I don't think he's going to garner the money that Wemby got.
Hey, check sure. Breaking news. Check your text message. I saw Sonya send something, so just let's check it out. So we may have her coming on back. The proprietor of Friday Night with the Fellas may be on with us tonight. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Liz? We thank you for chiming in. What's going on, Spurs? Got Wemby, so show me the money. They showed him the money for sure. And Spurs, the future is bright with the San Antonio Spurs with him at the helm and the rest of those guards and players. You might want to get rid of De'Aaron Fox. You didn't hear that from me, but he's not kind of sold y'all out in the playoffs. But hopefully they get better in that regard. What you got with Sonya? What's the news with Sonya, sir?
She didn't. She said she never saw a confirmation from us. Anyway, it's her show, but anyway,
yes,
she said she said she'll be out here in a few.
Okay, cool. So. All right. So we put it out there. Let me see.
Yeah,
I think we can all agree. We can all agree that he was the weakest link, and I was very disappointed because I was a fan of De'Aaron Fox when he was with Sacramento, and he was a stud there. And so I was impressed when I saw that he got traded to the San Antonio Spurs, and I thought, wow, this team's going to be a playoff team, dominant. They added guard play to that mix, and he was a sore disappointment with his play in the playoffs. And mind you, he did get injured, but I think everybody got hurt. And if you're on the field, on the court, saying you can play, then you're supposed to be able to play, and you got to take the good with the bad, whatever it may be. No excuses. And to be fair to him, he didn't make any excuses, but the play was just god awful towards the tail end of their run. But that being said, I don't know. I don't have much more. What do you want to talk about following, man?
Well, didn't we have a little scrape up in Vegas between Bam and Hero?
Yeah, it wasn't Mike Tyson. It wasn't anybody else. It was Bam out of Bayou, and it turns out that Bam confronted Tyler Hero in regards to some comments supposedly that was made a fan between him, Tyler Hero himself and a fan in regards to hey between hey, dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry, let me put that
Okay.
out there. Tyler Hero and a fan definitely were making comments, and supposedly, allegedly, Tyler Hero made comments towards in regards to Bam Adebayo not being at his defense not being adequate enough for the amount of money that he was making with $60 million a year. If you don't know, oh, I think Sonya sent some more messages. I mean, does she not know that we're on?
I just texted her back.
Okay. All right, cool. So that being said, Bam Adebayo confronted Tyler Hero in regards to those comments, alleged comments that were made, and the next thing you know, somebody got a knock on the head, and neither team nor coach have any comments about the situation. So it's yet to be determined what happened or to confirm whether or not somebody got knocked on the head, but and what they were about. But this was at the summer league at in the morning, I believe, at practice for the summer league for both teams that were practicing against each other. So, what? Even if it is some sort of comment, clearly there's no love lost here. One, Tyler Hero was traded to the Milwaukee Bucks,
Mhm.
and Bam Adebayo is still obviously he's the man there, along with Giannis Antetokounmpo, and of course potentially LeBron James. So Tyler Hero clearly is not whether he made some comments in regards to saying he's with his new team, he's glad to be there, yada yada yada. I think he's making that to be save face, but clearly if you're being traded, to back to Milwaukee, leaving the bright sunny beaches of Miami where the life is good, the money's good, and all of a sudden you get picked up and get shipped to no man's land, you're probably not really happy about that situation, and so you're going to take what they call in psychology displacement. You might want to displace on somebody, and so he tried to allegedly give blame to Adebayo, and of course Adebayo confronted him, and it's just a situation where I don't think that Tyler's really happy about his situation. I mean, because otherwise, you keep your mouth shut. It doesn't matter. You don't interact with a fan. It's not a mature. If this happened, it's not a mature situation on his part to tell a fan that don't blame me, blame out of value. That's kind of like park ball or elementary stuff. So it is what it is. I mean, these are grown men that play a game for a living. So go figure.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that let me see. Right now, we still got a little bit of time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. For those of you watching right now, this is Friday night with the fellas. I'm James J Train, interim host, along with my co-host BA and Sonia. Our host should be on in a few moments. Um, Thank you. If you're watching us on Facebook, we're live there. If you're watching us on YouTube, we're live there. And if you like the show, please watch the show, subscribe, and tell your friends out there. That being said, man, before we get to the half mark here, Marcellus Wiley, there's a lot going on with that situation. I, look again, due process is due. But there's been a lot of things building up right now. We're talking about uh, April of, was it last year or this year, where there was 4 allegations of rape supposedly in or grape. We can't say that on YouTube. I mean, people are going to find us. 4 allegations of grape by former college students. During this time at Columbia, and there were lawsuits, and there were also a situation where his wife now there's a domestic disturbance. They called out. He was arrested because supposedly somebody has to get arrested, but because of allegations of abuse, physical abuse. Yes, physical abuse, and 2 times grape from claimed by his wife, and I believe his situation and what he's denying all of it, and he's saying that his wife was currently in a situation right now where she's trying to divorce him. And what he's saying without saying is that she's trying to get up her situation so she can stand to claim as much as she can from the divorce. He's also being sued by a bank for a loan for $500,000 that supposedly that none of it was being paid back. Marcellus has got a lot of stuff going on, and right now he's got a great podcast. Right now, he was former of ESPN co-host with Emmanuel Acho. He was let go. Emmanuel was still on the show, and eventually was let go. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of this. It's a lot. It's disappointing, to be honest with you. But we got to wait and see. Make sure none of this is true or true. And unfortunately, you can't disclaim somebody's situation or what they're claiming, specifically his wife. But the daughter, for what I understand, they question both he and the daughter, and both of their statements line up. Is that he didn't hit his wife, he didn't hit her, and so the daughter is a 7-year-old that is, or not 7 or 9, however age, whatever age she may be. Her statement is lining up with the father's statement. So you're looking at the wife with a side eye and wondering what's going on in that regard. But again, still have to let this play out and make sure we see how things turn. But what's your response to all of this?
I mean, it's just another NFL player getting caught up in another NFL situation of domestic abuse, allegedly, of course. I mean, where's the surprise in this whole situation? It's going to happen to one of the players in the league, whether they're playing or not playing. There's going to be something. They're going to get caught up in something. I hate to be a person that says this, but when you get in the NFL, it'd probably be better if you stayed single in the NFL, because you wouldn't have any of these. I mean, not to say that you can get in other trouble either. And it seems like if trouble's going to follow you, it's going to find you. So, I mean, it's just unfortunate for Marcus Wiley. I just hope everything comes out well. I mean, there's a plethora of things going on in the NFL off to the side of players and getting in trouble, players with the CTE issues and stuff like that. So, I don't know. We just got to wait and see on that one. It kind of ties into the Terry and Arnold one too, where the Houston Texans have actually given him a workout because the Lions did release him earlier this week because of his role. So he,
we got to take a break. We got the show hostess with the mostest has made her entrance, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Sonia
I'm so sorry, guys. I am literally just so bummed out. I took a 5-hour exam last night, and so today was my day of just decompressing. And I literally did not think we were doing a live tonight because I knew everybody had been busy. So I am so sorry, but I got ready as quick as I could. Literally just glasses and hair comb. That's it. I have showered. I have showered.
We got the showered hair comb lady in the show, ladies and gentlemen. But right now we're going to take a break. We got a 30-minute break. Not a 30-minute break. We got a 30 to 50-second break, and we will be right back. Let's take a break, and Sonia, you will take over, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. I want to fill you in, Sonia, where we are. We were just finishing. I don't know. Yes, I don't. We were talking about the Marcellus Wiley and his wife situation, and also Terry and Arnold. So those are both legal situations. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the soon-to-be lawyer in the house. She can give you the best information. She's probably going to be an entertainment lawyer. She's probably going to be a property lawyer. She's probably going to do it all, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a shout out. But we want you to talk about that. We were talking about what the situation is with Marcellus Wiley and his communication to the police about what he did or did not do, and also his daughter's testimony and what he did or did not do. And they both seem to line up in saying that obviously he did not hit his wife or push her in the face or anything like that. So what do you think about that situation if you've been in that regard? What's going on with them, and what do you think is going to happen with this situation?
Okay, yeah. So first of all, thank you, James. I feel like after all that, I got to be a little bit more hype. I'm so like tired. I'm just so tired. I'm trying to, but I know this is Friday with the Fellas. This is where all the energy is. And I still got this trashy voice. So if y'all need me to repeat anything, please do. And B, thanks for texting me back and let me know. Again, everybody, I'm so sorry. Thanks. Hi, Liz. I saw your comment. All right. So yeah, I have not. I just wrapped up a criminal law final last night. So definitely got a tiny bit of expertise, because the next time I see criminal law should be on the Georgia bar. So they expect me to know it. I just think okay, so first of all, you guys know he's a former NFL defensive and a sports media personality, but the professional kind, a little more professional than we are. But and he's been in the league for a very long time. But this is my thing. He went into the Bills, y'all, back when we were like in college. At least I know, James, you probably were overseas during that time. B, you may have still been actively serving. I was a senior in college during that time. So 97, that's almost 30 years, guys. This dude is way too old to be having these types of problems. But I will say this. He retired in 2006. And now with this whole issue, domestic battery, let's put it like this. We are seeing this way too much. James, you and I are down here in Atlanta. We saw Big Tigger. For those who used to watch 106 in Part B, you know about him. Down here with his wife, this whole big thing. He's since stepped down from the radio here. He's doing radio hosting here in the city. And because of this, he stepped down. His wife got arrested a couple of days ago because of this whole kidnapping thing that she's had from eons ago. And they're just like, look, we're just taking everybody in at this point. But anyway, July 4th is when we cannot stay out of criminal situations in the state of Florida. Y'all didn't tell me, so I'm literally catching up, because just a little moment of honesty, I have not been on social media it would have been 7 days today. So I have no idea what has happened, and 7 days would have been the 4th of July. So I literally don't know. I'm just now catching up when y'all said that. I knew about Terry and Arnold. We talked about him last. But anything from July 3rd, 2nd, after your birthday be on, I have been like off. Like I'd find little stuff and, as a break, but big news like this, I didn't know. But once again, y'all, we're back in Florida, another state that I told you guys does not play. And a domestic battery charge at a hotel. And his wife made threats that he previously had poked her in the face during an argument. Then he's denying the altercations. But anytime I don't know if you guys talked about the SEX assault. Did you guys get that far? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, all right, let's pause that and talk about the wife first. Anytime I heard you all saying his daughter had made comments against him, anytime you had, and I'm pretty sure his
not against him, with him. You're on mute, James.
She made it for him. She was able to, the police were able to ascertain information from her that aligned with what he was saying when they were interviewed separately. So it kind of lines up with what he's saying, but doesn't mean that he's absolved of everything. But the daughter, or it could mean that the daughter is collaborating with him, but possibly not. But I mean, however you might see it, but her comments align with his.
Well, generally, when police are investigating, and this is kind of lay information, a lot of people know this, they separate any witnesses so they can corroborate the stories. So they're not going to have you in there, even when you're coming to court after all the evidence has been submitted. They don't even allow you in the courtroom at the same time that other parties are testifying because they want to make sure that your testimony stays the way it should be. Oh, thank you, Liz. I really appreciate it. Oh, praying for you, girl. Psychology. Whew. Thank you. Yeah, so my semester's over. I'm officially off until August 17th. So I am done. I'm just regrouping because it took so much out of me mentally that I just feel like it's just kind of trickling down physically today. So thank you so much. Small plug. Today is my grandfather's heavenly birthday, July 10th, almost 30 years, 97. So I'm triggered by reading that this is when this guy was playing for the Bills, because 97 was my senior year, and that was like my first big loss going into adulthood with my grandfather. But and I thought about him this morning, but I was just like, he'd be proud. So it was, joy with tears, and and it's been a while. So but anyway, I'll be praying for you, Liz. And hello, everybody else coming in. So I feel like anytime they can corroborate a story, and this is the thing, you guys, did you all mention that they were going through an actual divorce? So the wife has already filed a divorce, saying that there was a pattern of physical, sex, and emotional abuse. And this incident in Orlando, you're going through a divorce, or either you guys have filed this divorce, and oh yeah, I guess she filed it after the 4th. So she got to the courthouse real quick, or online or whatever, immediately after. And of course he's denying these claims. I don't know, y'all. I'm so tired, honestly. Like, I know people are stressed, men are stressed, women are stressed. And I'm from the adage, if you don't touch me, I don't care what your assigned sex is at birth. You don't put your hands on anybody. Women don't hit men, and men don't hit women. I don't subscribe to the era of, oh, the woman is the weaker vessel, and so this dude really, plummet her. Now, let's be clear. There are some instances that there are guys out there that really do that. And trust me, I know, sadly, from personal experience, that there are some guys that just jump on women for no reason, like just unprovoked, and that's just who they are. But if they've been married this long, it makes you wonder, like, okay, has this really, how long is the ongoing? What's the ongoing length? Is this ongoing for several weeks, several months, or several years? And for your daughter to now say this, I don't see a daughter really siding with her dad in this situation unless there's some truth to it. I just don't see what would be the win for that, especially because as old as the parents are, this daughter has to be adult. I don't know. And if she's making a statement, there,
She's little. Kids are honest, pretty
yeah.
much. She's 7. I think she's between 7 or
Oh my
9 or
God.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
seven-year-old?
they had to get it, and then line her
A guardian
statement.
ad
It's their kid. I mean, but her statement aligned with his, and so.
Well, what I'm saying is they probably, when there's a child under the age of 12, they usually appoint a guardian ad litem, which is a court appointed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just sounds like I was saying the same thing. They appoint a person that comes in and basically make sure they're there for emotional reasons, because now that even makes me even more just infuriated and sad, because now this child, even though she's honest, she has to say this. And if you're making a statement, now this is part of a record. And I don't care if you get stuff expunged, thrown out, whatever, there's always a record. And once it's out there, there's no retracting. I don't care if you seal it up with crazy glue or gorilla glue or whatever, it's still there. The media now has it. And in the age we live in, I was watching one of our old episodes yesterday. Right when I came in last night, I was just so happy to be free. I watched our last live show, guys, and I was just laughing because we were talking about how people tweet and post everything, and it's that era, it's that Gen X, and I was just like, man, I mean, sometimes I just rewatch our shows and I think they're funny afterwards, because I'm like, man, we are really funny, but it's even worse because now this is, as they say, etched in history. And whatever statement she gave today is going to be that same statement used tomorrow. And now the media's got a hold of this. And this is horrific. And you guys got a whole young kid at your ages. So y'all are going to have to work it out and be amicable in some way, because now you got a co-parent for the next at least 11 years.
How do you be? How do you come back from this, though? I mean, how do you be amicable with? I mean, it's out there now. I mean, she accused him of rape twice, beating her up, and everything else. And supposedly, if let's just say if he's innocent, you're doing this to get the most you can out of a divorce. You want obviously that's from what I understand. What he said is she was already planning to divorce him. Now it's just coming out more so after these situations. And supposedly there's no incidents that really happened at the hotel. Like you said, it was 4th of July. They were at the hotel, and
Probably
he got yeah, because he looked a little red eyed for sure. So probably drinking, like you said. And so who do you believe? I don't know. It's just really hard because we weren't there. I feel bad because there's children involved, a son and a daughter. Those are what's up, Yenzer. We appreciate you coming on the show tonight. I hate to be the one talking right now because I'm just trying to fill in for Our Lady of Soul, Our Lady of Sports, Our Lady of Law. She's out there trying to do her thing. We appreciate you, Sonya. Thank you for coming on when you were able to come on.
Thank you.
But I just don't know. I don't know what to believe in this situation. My prayer, if I have to put that out there, are for the children, for the two children, and for truth to come to light, and to be able to, again, as you said, be amicable for the two children, because ultimately those are the two most important people. You brought them into this world. Those are the ones that deserve to be taken care of properly, not be embarrassed by their friends, be embarrassed by their parents or what's going on. And to be able to grow up and not be scarred by anything potentially that might or might not have happened.
Yeah, I will say this, B. And I want your take on this. And I know I said put a plug in this. I feel like, honestly, if this did not happen 1,000% the way they're saying it, sorry, I'm trying to adjust this light because I realize there's a glare on my glasses. I'll just sit back. If in fact there is this situation, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This looks like this is just those two. But when I looked further, you got SDX assault allegations with 4 women that all came out in 2026 May of this year, but they go all the way back to the 1990s. And one thing I'm gonna say, you may have one person come out the woodworks and say something. You may even have 2. But at this point, Wiley probably is washed up. Sorry, that's just my opinion. So you ain't got no money, basically, is what I'm saying. Congratulations, Dizzle. Wow, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. You got this.
Yes, sir. We all are, brother. That's awesome. I had no idea. That's great, man.
That's really
And
awesome.
we're in your corner, man.
Absolutely. We got to get you come on here, Dizzle, and talk about that. Maybe I'll get you on the Legal Score, my Saturday show, where it's more like life oriented. But anyway, this dude got 4 women coming out against him from the 90s. And it's like they can't be coming out now for any money, is what I'm saying. I mean, you may have a few coins, but now that you got 2 small kids you got to take care of, you got a wife that's get ready to take half of what you got. And in a hotel, James, like you were saying, and I want your opinion though, B, in a hotel, those walls are very thin. Somebody heard something. This is not just, I don't know if this is true or not. And now the daughter may have taken his side. We don't know. Like you said, none of us were there. Perhaps he gives her more candy. I don't know. But children, in the grand scheme of things, tend to be honest. But maybe the wife is just bitter over these SEX allegations. And if that's the case, you shouldn't be taking no vacations with nobody. If you know you're about to be out, there's no need in faking the fun and going all the way to Florida, because now you got a Florida open case. And I told y'all last week, There's certain states you don't want to have no types of run-ins with, and Florida is one of them.
Florida is one of them. I'm sorry. One thing, Florida is one of them. You don't want to have no run-ins with anything, especially with alligators.
Or
If you
ducks.
recall that.
Let's not forget the lady that's facing 55 years for running over some ducks in Florida. This just happened. This black lady. That's a real story. It's insane. And she's elderly too.
Oh, I hope she got some dinner out of that situation.
No, she said they were in her way and she got tired of waiting on them. And some people recorded it on their Ring camera and reported her, and that's how she got arrested.
Ooh, is this the lady from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead? I mean, who is this? She's mean. Running over ducks?
Right. She said, you know how ducks be out like when you're in the rural area, stuff be walking across. But I think this lady's almost 70, and she probably just like F life overall. Like some people do, and I'm gonna let you speak, B. But I've always said this when I was younger, and now it's like I'm getting older, and I'm like, I hope I don't ever become this person. But people use their age as like permission to just be blunt about everything, and they don't care. Like they give 2 F's to the wind, and they'll let you know. Like they use that as a license to just disrespect the whole world, and that's how she probably came off. But go ahead, B.
You have wisdom at that age too, and you've seen a lot of stuff that a lot of people haven't seen. You've lived through a lot of stuff that a lot of people haven't lived through. So at that particular age, I think that was kind of heinous on her part just to run the ducks over because she couldn't be patient enough to let them
multiple times.
Come on,
she ran over them back and forth. They said,
it was hell no, yeah,
yeah.
This sound like a show. That sound like Snap. The show Snapped.
You gotta find the clip.
She just, instead of on human and husband, she did it with ducks.
Yeah.
The ducks couldn't duck out of the way.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, she's the old lady on the porch. We talk about the old man on the porch. She's the old lady on the porch. That's what she is. Yeah, that's kind of heinous though. Running over some ducks. Come on. Yeah, if there was a bunch of babies running across the road, would you run the babies over too? I mean,
yeah.
You got to think of it like that.
5 years. They said it's a new law in Florida just passed to protect animals. Yeah, I heard that too, Dizzle.
How many years, Sonya?
55. Like in other words,
you don't have
to live that.
This lady don't have 55 days. I mean, first, and then this. Oh, hold on, Sonya. I'm sorry.
It's in Jacksonville. She's facing 11 felonies. Let me see if I can't pull this up for you guys. Hang on, because now we got to do this. Hold on. Oops.
I'm sorry. All the things that humans have to go through in life against other humans, you're gonna give ducks. I'll give a human 55 facing 55 years.
Mm-hmm.
But for running over some dinner.
4276, enter pleas of not guilty to all 12 counts. Reserve the right to act the legal sufficiency of the document at a later date and ask for a past date to participate in discovery, sir.
Speedy trial.
Your Honor, November 19th of this year.
Sentencing guidelines.
27.15 months up to 55 years as charged.
No minimum mandatories.
There is not.
Damn.
Discovery prepared.
It is.
State offer.
There is no state offer.
Mr. Durden, what do you want to do today?
Judge, obviously there's quite a bit of information filtered through, and so we would ask for at least a 3-week past date to go through the discovery and determine what path we're taking as far as depositions and that sort of thing.
Depositions.
I would ask for at least 3 weeks, Judge.
Anything else from the state?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nothing else the state's asking the court to do today? I'm not suggesting that there need be. I just want to make sure.
No, Your Honor. I did have initial conversation with Mr. Schaefer, and I did allow him to know that the case will be arraigned today, and discovery is prepared. Nothing further.
3 weeks from today is June 25th. Everybody good?
That's fine for the defense, Judge. Yes, Your Honor.
We'll come back June the 25th for pretrial, and I see a number of charges here. What What is the defendant accused of, Mr. Zamoroni?
Your Honor, the defendant is accused of running over ducks and backing up and running over ducks and backing up and running over ducks.
Does the defendant have?
No prior record, locally or nationally.
Were these bond I see the bond that was set by the presiding magistrate in first appearance court. Were these bonds recommended by the state or?
To my knowledge, I have no direct recommendation as to that. I don't know if that was recommended by the state at first appearance court or if that was offered up by the judge at first appearance court.
Bond. Really?
Okay.
Find out.
What do they expect her to do? Run?
Just curious.
Yep.
Anything else? For me to
Run
say?
over.
Thank you, Your Honor, sir.
See everybody on June the 25th for free trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And back it up and run over. And backing up and run
You
I
know,
over.
just
the thing
had
that's
to
funny
find it.
about
I
that-
had to find the clip for
The
that.
thing about that's funny to me is that, first off, she said she didn't have patience to wait for the ducks to run across the street. But you had enough patience to run over them, back up, run over them again, and back up and run over them again. What the hell?
Yeah, and the minimum is 27 months, so a minimum of almost 3 years.
Now, I'm an old man on the porch with common sense. That's the difference.
Look,
Yeah, I know we
I
got
think.
off on that. Sorry, guys. I need. To
I mean,
find out-
since we're there, 55 years up to maximum 55 years. Look, I get it. She snapped.
Bond?
She ran over ducks. She backed up, ran over ducks. There's got to be a going meme here. Back up, run over ducks again, and 3 times.
4 years old, 11 felony counts of aggravated animal cruelty, and 1 misdemeanor of reckless driving.
Was 11
But I've
counts of
seen-
the ducks she ran over?
Yeah, and
I've seen people murder humans and get off or have lighter sentences than that. I don't get it. I mean, we love animals this much. I mean, honestly, those things would be dinner for me. If I accidentally hit a duck,
Duck.
man, greasy, licking the fingers. You know what I mean? Snap those. Maybe she was trying to make sure the next one snapped so she can collect them and go put them in the freezer after she plucked the feathers and skin them.
She's
I don't know.
guilty plea, but that's it. They have not set a trial date yet. So that June 25th date they kept talking about, that's already come. That was her bond hearing you guys just heard, where they were asking. That was like what's called a preliminary. So she did get a bond, but she's entered her plea of not guilty, and she's from Jacksonville. So this is not just a little small country area. This is the capital of Florida. Well, not the capital, but basically the capital these days with all the stuff they got going on.
Duval.
Okay,
Duval.
so
Duck ball.
speaking of, back to the Wiley situation and these 4 women coming out with SA allegations being.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, I don't know about the 4 women coming out earlier. I don't know what that's all about, to tell you the truth. And you come out late. I mean, I have a problem with some things like that because, I mean, don't come out 30 years later and say stuff like that and then use it as an excuse. Well, I was, you ain't that tormented if you're going to wait 30 years to say something about it. No, I'm not buying that one either. And then on top of that, his wife. And you're going on vacations with your wife who you know is going to divorce you. You said this, but you're still going on vacations and stuff with her. And what you and this is what I don't understand about him is that then you know she's going to probably try to set you up on something if she's planning on divorcing you. Don't go nowhere with her.
Yeah,
just do separate stuff. Let her have a girl's vacation or whatever the heck that is, and stay home with the kids or whatever the heck. Don't initiate nothing. Don't let her initiate anything towards you, and then to have the daughter, which is the unfortunate part, go through this whole situation. And yeah, and Sonia's absolutely right. They put these people in different investigative cells, and then they talk to them. Now, for her and him to align stories, without being coerced or anything like that, tells me that the daughter she understands enough what's going on, and knowing that her daddy didn't do anything to mess with the mom, at least as far as she was there when she was saw, and she probably was there most of the time because she's their kid. So I would probably have to feel, but still, dude, don't put yourself in that situation with a woman that doesn't want to be married to you. What's the point? You're going to get caught up in something, and she sounds like somebody that you don't want to get caught up with.
And she's angry. She
sounds
and
like
bitter.
She's heinous.
She's angry and bitter from all these essays coming out, because I'm just thinking, as a woman, not that I'm going to set nobody up, but I am definitely not taking no vacation with you, because every second that I'm around you, I'm thinking about literally attacking you. So I know I'm angry. I know that about me. I don't care who it is. It could be men or women. Nobody wants to know that their spouse has been unfaithful and got people coming out the woodworks. And this is mainstream now. And people can, I'm a Christian, and people can 70 times 70 all they want about forgiving. You can forgive and you can move on. You don't have to still be with this person. And I know that's one of my big taboos, that if I even feel like you're cheating on me and I see that you're doing it, I'm out. I'm not gonna compete. So I know that's generally like an existence that most people have within the very fiber of who they are, that people respect and crave loyalty over a lot of other things. If you're not loyal, nothing else matters. You don't have, without loyalty, you don't have no respect. Without loyalty, there's no love. There's nothing. Loyalty is the foundation. So once that's disintegrated, there is no coming back. And shout out to anybody from my grandparents' age that was able to still go ahead and make that work, because I just know me, and I know any little inkling. If I say I forgive you, I just know I'm just sitting there just waiting on the ledge, and that's no way to really forgive somebody. So,
and Chris Brown, I would say he's on tour with Usher, by the way. Chris Brown had it said it best a while back. These ain't loyal.
And James left us on that. So he made sure that it was 10 o'clock and he was out. It's like, yes, if a woman can take your man or even my man, then absolutely, Liz. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to
That's exactly the truth.
I'm not going to compete.
Those are facts.
Period. I tell people I don't compete with people that is, mama's boys. They can't, seem to differentiate. Okay, this is my wife or this is my significant other, and I'm going to bring her into the family. And I don't participate or compete against other women. So I tell everybody I don't participate with no vajayjay action for nobody. I'm my own person, and I've literally said that to somebody. And it was funny. They were like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I don't do that." And then the older you get, you just don't want to do that anyway. And these people are like our age, B. These people are our age, so that's what I'm saying. They should know better than what's happening. But yeah, we don't know. Real quick, because I know our time is up here. B, thank you so much for you and James holding it down tonight for me. Again, I am so sorry that I was MIA, and I've got a function at the school tomorrow. So even though I'm on vacation, I volunteered for Gideon's Promise. Shout out to Gideon's Promise. It is a public defense nationwide program started by Professor Jonathan Rapping at Atlanta's John Marshall Law School. It is a national movement where they are basically protecting the innocents and making sure that everyone has the right to a public defender, that they have a right to be advocated for in court. And him and his wife do an amazing job doing this national. So they have a national convention coming tomorrow, and I've volunteered to help set up and just get my face out there, because I'm part of that, that world. But real quick, the Chicago Bears signed rookie tight end Sam Roush. Looks like there's been some signings in the NFL. Brandon Ayuk still putting out his videos out there. That dude is crazy. I saw the Saints got this dude number 4, Zach somebody. I guess he's going to be their quarterback. And let's see. Terry and Arnold.
Backup quarterback.
Backup, yeah. They're triple backup. Terry
you know
and
who
Arnold.
that is, right? That's the guy who's he likes the old moms. He likes the moms.
Yeah.
The MILFs.
Yeah. The MILFs. So here we go.
So he shook back up.
It's mothers I'd like to play football with. That's the new MILFs. That's the new elf. You guys like how I clean that up? You like how I clean that up, Liz? So anyway, Terry Arnold shopping himself around since he was officially released by the Lions. He took a physical with the Texans, B. He took a physical. So the 49ers signed Grayson Houghton. And the Commanders, they're not signing Ayuk yet. They are actually setting to retire John Riggins' number 44 jersey. And then another person, I got to talk to you guys about two things. I'm sorry, B. I screenshot this so I would not forget to bring this up with you. A retirement yesterday. Oh, God. This is what happens when I have my... So, who was the guy that retired yesterday, B? Day before yesterday. I screenshot. I feel like I messaged you guys about it, but I might have messaged myself. You know what? I think I messaged
retired.
myself. Yeah, he just suddenly decided he was done. He was gonna go back, I guess, to school or what have you. Jones.
NFL player?
Yeah, NFL player. I did see where DeAndre Hopkins is still shopping himself around, and he is actually just picked up some finance classes, they said. So he's gonna be, I guess, out there doing that or what have you. Let's see. Yesterday, and this probably wasn't big news. This is probably the reason why it wasn't too much. But let's see. I don't know if y'all talked about Jamil from the I don't know what all you guys talked. Jamil Merrill, did you guys talk about him? He passed away. Twin. And Stephon Diggs got some dude putting out tweets from him saying he's got some SA allegations going on. Malik Neighbors is gonna miss the first few weeks of a game of the year, of the season.
Another surgery.
Yep, another surgery on him. And I'm trying to just scroll because I need to find this real quick.
So the Giants did a pretty good job in that. They got a whole bunch of receivers to take over for him for those Thursdays because they knew what was going on with him.
Yeah. Did you know that Von Miller is talking about potentially going back to the Cowboys?
Yeah, that's where he wants to go.
Yeah. And let me see. All right. Looks like I don't have this, but we want to also give condolences to Nolan Wells. That's been a big story throughout this country out of Mississippi. This young man out of Southwest Mississippi Community College passed away. He was out with some friends boating. It is very suspicious because he was the only minority with them. His phone was found one place. He was found later. Just a lot. Attorney Ben Crump is on this. This is a national story right now, but more than anything, absolutely heartbreaking for him to have such a very positive influence in life and a lot of talent. His dad was actually preparing him to continue to go pro. Also, Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon, you guys remember him, unfortunately passed away to unaliving himself in November. They found early stages of CTE when they did the autopsy on him. And just a lot of stuff going on, positive and negative. Congratulations to Bijan Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons being named RB1 of the league. And let's see, I still felt like I was gonna find this person retiring, but I guess I did not. So I guess we'll just talk about it the next time we're on here. It must not be who. Maybe I dreamed it. I don't know. I'll be thinking about a lot of stuff. And looks like we talked up Noah Kaniga because he's been all over the blogs as of late. I put that plug in on the Unprofessional show a couple of weeks ago, and B&N were on it. I was like, by the way, speaking of craziness, I just thought about it. Where is Noah Kaniga? And literally this whole week he's been blowing up all over the blogs. And of course, just that name will be meaning something sooner than you think. Last name is Knigga.
But you pronounced it right because that's the way he says he pronounces it. So.
Of course he said that.
But that's not the point. But that's not the point. The point is to see commentator struggles with it and slips and says the wrong word. That's the whole thing.
They better keep Terry Bradshaw off the live mic.
You people, you gotta understand. People when they're commentating, they read a name how it's spelled, and unless they practice at it, not saying it the way they see it, they're gonna say it.
They better.
So I'm waiting for the first one. I'm waiting for the first.
They better keep Terry Bradshaw off of the live mics because it will be an accident. But anyway, B, thanks for holding it down to you and James. That's all the time we got tonight. Thanks everybody, Liz, Yenzer, Steve-O, Robbie, all of you guys that were on here earlier and said hello. And make sure you stay tuned here to the platform. We got some re-airs coming up tomorrow because I have a prior commitment, and then I'll be back live next week. Have a special guest coming on the 15th. Can't wait. That's next Wednesday. And then, of course, I'll be back with the fellas following that, and got B with the B-Dub movie flicks that's still going on the last Tuesday. Make sure you guys catch the recaps. If you don't see us live, always just subscribe to our channels. We got great shows around the clock. And tomorrow morning is the debate show with B, James, and Jack. It's Sunday morning, of course, kicking off before you get to church or sharing your church drive. 8 a.m., the big sports show. Football season is right around the corner. We're just several weeks, barely a month away from kickoff. And so lots of news here. You're going to make sure you stay here for all the entertainment and all the fun shows in between. And we wish that everybody has an amazing July. And B, happy birthday again. Hope you're celebrating the entire month. And with that, B, James, and myself, we're out. Good night. Peace.